Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Marco. How are you? Today I want to use these different kind of lights because it's sunny outside. It's super sunny. I want to try. I don't know if it looks good. I don't really know. I'll try to see when I edit the video. But today I want to talk about my 9th episode of self-improving journey. It's how do I get better with English being an Italian guy. In Italy, I don't know, in the rest of Europe, I think that Italy is one of the worst cases ever. Not so many people even understand English. Everybody just focus on their native language, which is Italian, and nobody can understand English. Even people around my age, 20 to 25, nobody can understand English, and nobody can speak it, or at least they speak it so badly with an Italian accent. And I don't know, I have Italian accent, but I at least try to improve it. So I also strongly believe that everybody in the world in 2019, I hope that someday the population in the world will be like that. I strongly believe that when you born, society has to teach you first one global language that is international, that you can use wherever you want, that you can use to understand anybody in the world, like it could be English nowadays. And then as a second language, you would learn the native language, like for example the Italian language here in Italy. First, you have to understand one language that is global, and in a second moment, you can also learn your cultural language. I know that it's important to maintain your culture and maintain your spirit of belonging to a country, but I think it's most important with the globalization today to be understandable and understand anybody in the world. Because maybe if you speak English, if you're a native English speaker, you don't understand that problem so hard like I do. Because it's a really big problem. For example, when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't even know if I had to speak in English or in Italian. Now I've done in English, but it's harder. Nobody do that. It's really hard that you see an Italian guy that use English in their social media or in YouTube channels. But let's do so. What do? I just try to improve it every day with these little things. So the first thing that I do is watching YouTube videos and film and movies in English. For example, I've been watching YouTube videos for, I don't know, 5-6 years. I really loved YouTube since the beginning, and I always tried to watch English videos. Right now, after 6 years of listening, like you don't even just understand, you don't even listen just to English native speakers. In YouTube you can find, I don't know, Swedish people that speak English, Indian people that speak English, anybody in the world that speak English. So you will understand slowly all the accents, everybody in the world that speak that language. So this will improve your English so good. And also podcasts. For example, when I go into the car, instead of just listening to Eminem, I try to listen to podcasts. For example, I really love Gary Vee, which is a motivational speaker. I try to listen to the podcast 1.5 per speed, so that I try to understand also very quickly speaking, very fast speaking. So that's what I do for listening. The second thing, the most important thing I think that I do, is reading books in English. This will improve your English so much. Try it, guys. If you didn't even try to read something in English, start doing it, because it's so powerful. For example, I read all self-improving books, financial books, all things that can improve myself, but I said after a while, I'm using this time to improve my financial skills, my motivational skills, etc. Why do I not use this time also to improve my English? So I started buying like for example Miracle Morning, Millionaire Fastener, business books, all these kind of things in English. So I pick two things in once, and this is so powerful. And when I read, I know 90% of the words, 95% of the words. And when I don't know one word, I just have my Google Translator there, my phone open all the time. And when I don't know a word, I just check it out and see what it means. That's it. You learn so many words every day, and it's incredible. The third thing that I do is to start improving my writing skills. I started a blog, an healthy lifestyle blog, which is leonfire.com 1 year ago, and twice a week I have to create blog posts. And I started in English because I wanted to improve my English skills. That's what I started, and this is how I improve my grammar. I try to create sentences that have a sense. So this is not easy because speaking and writing are different things, and you have to be more accurate with the grammar. You have to be more accurate like how you build sentences. It's not easy, but it will help you so much. Third thing that I do is creating YouTube videos in English. Because when I started 6-7 months ago, I made my first video in English and I wasn't so fluent. Yeah. And I wasn't so fluent. I was like a little bit shy in front of the camera. So I wanted to first improve my self-confidence in front of a camera, and also to improve my English at the same time, like with reading the books. So what I did was just doing speaking in English in front of the camera. That helped me so much because you have to practice it every day. I speak it once per week because I create 2 videos per week, but in one time, like in one day, I create 2 videos. And forcing to speak English once per week in front of the camera without trying to edit it too much, to cut the video too much. It's powerful because you also have to edit the video when you have finished. Before uploading it into YouTube, you have to edit the video and listen to yourself. How do you speak? All the kind of different words that you use. For example, in the beginning I used so many words, like 5, 6, 10 times in one video. I used to use the word so or guys so many times. So every time, can you listen to it? So when I understood that, I just went to the dictionary online and said, okay, what are similar words for that? And now I try to use as many different words as I can to improve also my dictionary. And the last thing that I do is just using English whenever I can. For example, when I travel, I try to meet new people and keep in touch by messaging, by social media, and also keep texting and calling in English so that I keep using it with other people. And I, for example, create content on social media, on my Instagram in English, on my LinkedIn in English, on my Twitter, on Snapchat, everywhere in English. So I also improve it. So people now, if they want to contact me on Instagram, they know that they have to text me in English. So this is how I do it. I'm not still that good in English, but I'm slowly improving. It's 6-7 months that I create videos, and I went from really bad to right now. I mean, I can understand anybody. If you speak to me, I can understand you. It's not a problem. The problem is just practicing it and using different words that I know but I don't use. I'm not used to them. So I have to keep improving it, and my followers know it. If I make mistakes, you try to correct me. You know it. You know my journey. You know that I want to go to the United States and start acting classes. So I must improve my English skills. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was how do I get better in my English. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Oh shit.
I've been flying from town to town.